Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Monday, February 24th. I'm your host, Bree Cox-Kennedy. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. It was glorious out there, and we've got some gorgeous days ahead to tell you about a little bit later in the show. And on today's show, we have Caring Senior Service with Dean White. And later in the show, we have Envision Eye Centers with Dr. Duna Rauf. But first, folks, we want to keep you informed. The GRF has a board vacancy. They're calling for one candidate to fill the vacancy term ending in 2026. Applicants can be members of United, Third, or Mutual Number 50. Interested members may obtain an application and election process instructions at the office of the CEO located in the community center. Nominations are open today, Monday, February 24th, and completed application packets are due no later than 5 p.m. on Monday, March 10th. All right, folks, as promised, we've got some beautiful spring temps gracing us this week. Today's high is going to be 73, climbing up to 78 by Wednesday, and then we'll be dropping back down to 66 by Friday. So we've got 4 glorious days ahead of us. Get out there and enjoy mostly sunny skies this week. Sunrise this morning was at 6:24 a.m. Sunset will be at 5:43 p.m. What a fun photo. We were debating, are these pelicans or seagulls? I don't know. I'm going to go with seagulls. Not quite large enough to be pelicans. Thanks, Phil Blaisdell, for sending us this photo from Laguna Beach. Next up, we've got a couple of meetings to tell you about, and then after the break, Caring Senior Service. Stay with us.
Foods you miss enjoying because of loose or missing teeth? At Fleur Stanger DDS, we understand the joy of savoring every bite. Serving all of Orange County, our team of dedicated professionals are here to guide you towards a healthier, happier smile. And we will give you the best solution to improve your oral health. Call us today at 949-830-0074 for a free exam and consultation. Rediscover the pleasure of eating and smiling. Call Fleur Stanger DDS today.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Seniors fear running out of money more than death itself, and the #1 mistake you can make is underestimating volatility, which can derail your retirement. For 35 years now, I've coached seniors to financial independence by using 2 simple rules. Never take big losses and create income along the way. It's your financial future. Call now to get a free risk analysis to ensure your investments are protected, and we'll send you our Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
Welcome to the Artistry, South Orange County's only cannabis dispensary located right here in Laguna Woods. The Artistry is your trusted source for the highest quality cannabis products and the best customer service. We offer daily deals up to 50% off on top brands. Whether you're new to cannabis or a seasoned consumer, our friendly and informative staff is here to help you elevate in style. We're located next to Gate 3 and now offer delivery right to your door. Join us for a one-of-a-kind dispensary experience.
Today we are breaking down the different departments handling VA benefits for our veterans. To tell us more, we welcome Dean White, owner of Caring Senior Service. Welcome to the show, Dean.
Thanks, Bree. It's nice to meet you finally.
Nice to have you.
So it's great to see a new face on the this TV station. And
did you hear that, Michael? Dean, let's just jump right into
Sure.
it, because we've got a lot to cover. We've got a lot of your slides,
Yeah.
and I want to help people understand how they can take advantages of these benefits.
Well, there's a lot of veterans that are in Laguna Woods.
Okay.
And people don't understand that there's even benefits if your husband has now passed away, or you've been an ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
If your spouse served in a war, there may be benefits for you as well.
Okay, good to know. So can you give us an overview of the two departments that manage these VA benefits?
Yeah, so there's two big sides. One is federal, and the other one is state.
Okay.
And the way that we understand the two different ones, federal, you hear this term aid in attendance, and there's also some others as well, but mainly one is aid in attendance. And then state, you hear home health aid and respite.
Mm-hmm.
And respite is, of course, having somebody come in to have the family member get a little time off.
Okay. So the federal aid in attendance, what are the benefits? Who's eligible? Let's find out the information on that so that we can share with our viewers.
Yeah, for sure. So the federal side is the hardest side to get approved. And it is, if you go directly to the VA, it's going to be hard to navigate. It's like with any business. You have to find out who to talk to and how to connect and et cetera. But if you connect with a company that is already VA approved, so if they connect with me, then I have my inside person, Angie, contact them, and then they can get approved.
Kind of take out the middleman.
Yes, and it's a lot easier when you go, there's not a lot of companies that are approved with VA. We had to go through a lot of different steps. We have to have enough insurance and all the bonding, and make sure our caregivers follow certain steps so that they are fully background checked. So when you go with a company that has been approved with the VA, like Caring Senior Service, then you get just top quality caregivers, as well as a company that has been vetted through the time. Mm-hmm. So if you want to see if there's any benefits, either for you, there's also benefits for your spouse. Mm-hmm. And so this is the one side where if you are approved, benefits can come in for both sides of that.
So why is this not sort of a known thing among the veterans that they have access to this aid?
I think it's like with anything, we don't really know what's out there until we hit that point. So many people don't know Social Security until they get to 65, right? And then they go, oh, I better learn these things. Mm-hmm. And so none of us are really taught what the needs are until the need comes. The other side is the state side. And the state side is, I think we have another slide for that too. The state side is when you go to the doctor and the doctor approves. And so it's like a prescription. And the doctor can write a prescription for respite and also write a prescription for the home health aid. Now, the only thing is that there aren't any benefits here on this side for the spouse.
Really?
But this is, you first make an appointment with your doctor that is a VA doctor, and you ask them. So we have had many family members, children of parents who are vets, will go to their doctors with their parent and ask the doctor specifically, is there any home health aid? Is there any respite for our family? And it's really beautiful, because then I get a phone call saying they've already been approved for so many hours or so many days. Recently, we had somebody that just got approved for 30 days of respite, which was wonderful, and then an additional 15 hours a week for home health aid.
Wow.
So we had somebody in there
significant.
Almost every single day being covered by the VA.
Now, are people able to do both federal and state, or is it one or the other?
No. Great question. They can get approved for both. It is easier for the doctor to prescribe. So that's the state side. But on the other side, for the federal, it's harder to get approved. You have to be served during wartime, served in foreign land. There is some net worth limitations that if you are worth over a certain amount, you're not going to be approved. But it can be up to $2,300 a month for the veteran. And if you're married, it can be even higher for two vets together as $2,700 a month of benefit, which is a hefty amount of money that can come in to help you. And then if it's just veteran that is just, for their spouse. So we have a lady whose husband has passed away, and we were able to get her approved for almost $1,500 a month for home health aid.
Well, that relieves a lot of pressure, doesn't it?
It really does. It was really a benefit to the family as they were trying to pull money in together to find time that how can we help mom still have our own life that we have to take care of, but we need somebody in with mom as she's forgetting to take her meds, or need somebody just to take her to the grocery store or do shopping for her.
Mm-hmm. And then do those benefits continue on to the children, or once the mom has passed, then that's it?
That's correct. So the federal side is only for the veteran and the spouse, and the state side is, again, just like a prescription, they're going to write you for that veteran. So, and it's only for those people, correct.
Okay, wonderful information. So for veterans watching this, how can they navigate between the two departments? Or do you just recommend, hey, go to both and let's see which one you get approved to?
VA.gov has a ton of information. They have great videos. It's really well done, but it's still very hard to navigate. I just say, pick up the phone, give me a call, let me do some, research. There's no charge to you whatsoever, and then I can show you what you can get approved for on either side, and I can help navigate those things for you.
So, Dean, how did you get started in this business?
Yeah, it started, guys, two different pieces of this puzzle. One was my mom. She just was a beautiful woman that my parents were divorced when I was 3, and as she started struggling with cancer, she needed more help. And I have 4 wonderful sisters. We all are very, very busy, and I really was wanting somebody to come alongside my mom. And I saw how beautiful my aunt came in, how my sisters did, and we didn't take away mom's independence. We increased her independence because now she was able to garden again. She was able to enjoy cooking again by somebody coming alongside. And then I've had many of my life, I spent a good portion of my life in ministry, where I was working as a missions pastor, which I helped the community. And so I worked at churches like Saddleback Church, and we did a lot of great things in the world. But it's also hard to, save up for retirement as a minister. And so I wanted to do something that I can still have that heart to care for people, as well as build something that I could eventually, sell or enhance my retirement. So it's wonderful. It's both worlds. And then the last piece of all of that is caregivers. They're really beautiful people.
They really are.
They're amazing. They will go
hearts of gold.
Hearts of gold. They will go up and beyond without any ego, and care and come alongside and build a friendship. And so I'm really proud of the caregivers that we have. I'm proud of the team that we've been able to develop, and it's amazing. We were just talking about what can a caregiver do, and they really do enhance a person's life.
They really do.
And if you care about mom or dad or just yourself, if you want to see life get back to being enhanced, you have somebody that can come along. And some people just struggle with cutting, vegetables for their soup that they're making. A caregiver comes in and helps meal prep, or helps read the mail, or takes you to the grocery store, or get your hair done. So it's a wonderful way to have a friend that comes alongside, enhances your life, can do laundry, can help do dusting, and restore what you once had.
Well, that's why you named it Caring, right?
That's right. We have a tagline. We want every senior to be healthy, happy, and at home.
I love it. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you being here. You're
Thanks,
watching
Bree.
This Day on Village TV.
We understand that many family members would like to take care of their aging loved ones, but aren't able to. We only hire individuals we would trust to take care of our own family members. All of these aspects of our business can help you feel more confident when bringing a caregiver into your family. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.
I want to welcome back to This Day from Envision Eye Centers, Dr. Duna Raouf. Thank you for joining us again.
Thanks for having me.
So we're going to talk about something cutting edge today.
Yeah.
And not in terms of cutting into your eyeball, but a lens that is adjustable lens technology. What is that exactly?
This is an incredibly cool technology that I'm so excited about, and it's relatively recent in the United States. It's been around here for more than a couple of years.
Okay.
It's been available outside the US for a while, more than 12 years, so we have a lot of long-term data on it.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yes, but it's new to us, so that's
Okay.
why it's so exciting. And I feel that this lens has really revolutionized how we do cataract surgery for a certain population of patients. So when we put a lens inside a patient's eye, that lens has a power. The power of that lens is kind of like a contact lens power or a glasses power. Mm-hmm. It's customized for your own eye.
But it's fixed.
It's fixed.
That's what it's going to be.
You put the lens in and it is what it is. You cannot change it after it's been implanted. But there are some patients that have unusual eye anatomy, or they have certain conditions in the eye that make calculating the power of the lens implant a lot more challenging for us. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot less predictable. So when we put a lens implant in these patients, we don't really know if the power is going to be just right. Mm-hmm. Before we had the adjustable lens, if we put this lens in the patient's eye, we were stuck. There's nothing that you can do about it afterwards. Right. But somebody very smart invented an adjustable lens. So it's made out of a unique material where you can change the power of the lens implant after it's been implanted in the eye with a series of UV light treatments. So how is this done?
Wow.
The surgery is done just like a regular cataract surgery. You put the lens implant in, you still try to figure out what is the best power of the lens, and you put it in the eye, and then you allow the eye some time to heal, which is usually about 3 weeks.
Okay.
You just wait for any swelling or inflammation to resolve, and you allow the lens implant to settle in the eye. After that, we start doing a series of UV light treatments to the eye where we shine a UV light at the lens for about 90 seconds, and it changes the power of the lens implant to perfect it. So it really brings the predictability level from a low, unpredictable level all the way to exactly where we want it to be.
Okay, so how are you doing that in terms of, are you bringing the patient in after the 3 weeks and they're doing a kind of a regular eye exam, better, worse kind of thing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So we do a refraction, which is 1 or 2, which one is better. We figure out what is the prescription of the eyeball, and then we dilate the eye so that we have a full view of the lens implant. And then they sit on a chair just like they're getting an eye exam. The UV light is attached to a machine that has a very complex computer software, but it looks just like the eye exam machine.
Okay.
They put their chin on the chin rest, we shine a bright light at the lens, and anywhere from 60 to 120 seconds, it changes the power of the lens implant. And then they come back the next week, and if they're happy with where the prescription is, and if I'm happy with it, we go ahead and lock it in. So most patients require 3 visits of the UV light treatments, and at the final visit, it is locked in, and they're good to go.
Now, how do you know the exact moment that it's locked in? Is there a way to say, okay, the lens is perfect now and we stop the light, or is it just fine adjustments?
So it's by measuring the patient's vision, and by measuring the prescription. So we have machines that measure if there is a prescription or astigmatism, nearsightedness, farsightedness, and those allow us to know whether we need to do more adjustments or not. And it's also very customizable. So for example, if we are doing monovision, meaning one eye far, one eye close up for a patient, which is something that we do often with cataract surgery. If the patient wants near vision at a certain distance, then I will put a lens implant in, targeting that distance. But then when they come in for their UV light treatment and they're like, you know what, I actually want it to be a little bit closer, I can do that.
Oh, wow.
We can adjust it with the UV light treatment, and then typically they come in the next week for the next UV light treatment. They're like, yep, this is exactly where I wanted it to be. So we lock in the lens implant in that position. So that's the beauty of it. It's adjustable so that we can help the patient participate in where they want their visual outcome to be.
Okay.
So not only is it highly customizable, but it also involves the patient in the process.
Now, is there any degradation over the years? Like you said, it's been 10 to 12 years in other places. Have
Correct.
we seen, like, over the years, somehow they lose their fine-tuned ability?
Great question. So in the earlier versions of this lens, a long time ago when it first came out, they found that after some time, the prescription of the lens changed a little bit. So they modified the design of the lens and they added a coating to the lens that allows better protection of the
Okay.
lens implant. And they also modified how the UV light treatments are done so that no additional changes happen to the lens implant. So now we have lots of long-term data studies, and I've been using this lens for a couple of years now.
Okay.
And I haven't seen anybody's prescription change after it's been done. So it's kind of a one-time deal.
Okay. Now, is this like a regular cataract surgery where, like, the regular when you put the lens in and that's for a lifetime?
Correct.
Are these lenses also a lifetime?
They are.
Okay, so there's no
Yeah.
no real difference. Is there any difference in the surgery, the approach, or anything like that with these lenses?
It's all exactly the same.
Okay.
The lens is made out of a unique material that contains these molecules or macromers that are UV reactive. And that means they respond to UV light. So the only difference in kind of the aftercare with this lens implant is that from the time that I implant the lens in the patient's eye until they complete their UV light treatment, so you're just talking about a few weeks, whenever they're outside in the sunlight, I need them to wear a special pair of sunglasses to make sure that they protect their eyes from UV exposure.
Okay.
Because I don't want the sun UV light to be changing the power of the lens implant. We want to do that in a controlled fashion with the UV light in the office.
Okay.
So that's really the only thing.
All right, so now I want to ask, when you lock it, like you say, you lock it in there, is there something you do when you lock the final lens prescription length or whatever it might be to prevent it from being changed ever again by UV light? Because you're going to walk around the rest of your life with UV light.
Yeah, so the last UV light treatment basically dissipates or removes all the molecules that are left in the lens that are UV reactive.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like cures the lens. It just gets
Okay.
rid of any ability of the lens to be modified by UV light.
So it just exhausts the last of the adjustables that are in there?
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's why after their last UV light treatment, they don't have to wear any special sunglasses. They can be out in sunlight and not have to worry about changing the power of their lens implant. So as you can probably tell, this is completely new. It's very different from how
Yes.
we've traditionally done cataract surgery. And for those patients who have had radial keratotomy in the past, or they've had LASIK, or they have unusual eye geometry or anatomy, this lens is such a great option for them because in the past, we did not have good options for those patients because of the unpredictability of the calculations when it comes to their cataract surgery.
Okay. Now, who's a candidate for this, and maybe who's not? If I need trifocals or bifocals, can I
Yeah.
have this lens, or should I not be a candidate? Or
Yeah, so this lens, technically, the way it is made and labeled, it's a monofocal lens, meaning it has a single focal point.
Okay.
But they just came out with a newer version of this lens just back in April, a couple of months ago. That's called the Light Adjustable Lens Plus. And this version gives patients more near vision. So it has an added component of close-up vision.
Wow.
So I've implanted this lens in lots of patients now, and they get to enjoy great far, intermediate, and close-up vision. And they don't have to deal with other problems that can happen with trifocal lenses like halos at night. They have really nice crisp vision, both far and close up, and they don't need to wear glasses. So even though, as I mentioned, patients with unpredictable anatomy and previous eye surgeries are good candidates for this lens, but patients who have regular healthy eyes that need progressives or bifocals are also still candidates for this lens.
Oh, it's incredible. Where do you see the future of this going? Are they even working on even more advanced, even beyond this?
Yeah. So one of the things that I expect that will happen with this technology is first, maybe less UV light treatments. I do feel like that is one thing that is sometimes bothersome to patients, that they have to come in for these UV light treatments. So I do tell patients, you know, with the fixed power lenses, we put them in, you come in for a couple of post-op visits and you're done. But with this lens, you need to come back for these 3 UV light treatments. I anticipate that they are going to reduce the number of UV light treatments that are required by kind of improving the technology of how the UV light treatments are performed and delivered. The other thing that might happen as well is, you know, right now patients have to wear those sunglasses to protect their eyes from sunlight. Well, recently they have added an additional coating on the lens to protect it from UV light in case there is accidental UV light exposure.
Oh, wow.
But I wonder if they'll do something additional so that patients don't have to wear those sunglasses at all and still be able to protect their lens implant.
Well, the big question I'm sure you get when you offer this is, okay, what's covered, what's the cost, how does it work?
Yeah, so because this is considered a premium technology that not only improves the vision and corrects the prescription, but it also reduces the need for glasses and it corrects astigmatism, insurance doesn't cover it. So we'll typically allow insurance to cover the bulk of the basics of cataract surgery, and then the patient, if they elect to do this lens, they pay the difference to upgrade to that.
Okay, well, amazing technology. What a modern world we live in.
It really is.
Thanks for telling us about this. It sounds fantastic, and probably, you know, for some of our viewers, maybe something they might be candidate for. So terrific. Dr. Duna Roof with Envision Eye Centers, thanks again.
Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
We all have the power to shape the world. We're connected to the world we share, to each other. I am future. I wait in the world of Echo.
Echo, the spectacular new show by Cirque du Soleil, opens May 23rd under the Big Top at Laguna Hills Mall. Tickets at cirquedusoleil.com.
The world is yours to create.
Echo thanks its official partner, Air Canada.
And welcome back to the show. Let's take a look at tonight's movie preview, Walk the Line. It's a 2005 film starring Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon, brought to us by Radnet. It's shown at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles. A chronicle of a country music legend, Johnny Cash's life, from his early days on a cotton farm to his rise in fame with Sun Records in Memphis, where he recorded alongside Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins. It's a great movie, folks. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. We've got a glorious week ahead, beautiful temperatures, perfect for our fun-loving outdoor activities. Highs are 73, climbing up to 78 on Wednesday, dropping back down Thursday, and quite a bit cooler on Friday. So get out there and enjoy these spring-like temps while they're here. That's going to do it from us here at This Day. From all of us, we hope you make yours a beautiful one.